In a last-ditch, desperate attempt to beat Mike Pence out for the VP slot, Newt Gingrich ran on to Sean Hannity's program before the official announcement that Mike Pence would be Trump's pick. Now, remember, Newt Gingrich, he shut down the government in 1995, I think it was. He was mad because he had to sit at the back of the plane on Air Force One. He threw a big temper tantrum. So this guy is a guy who doesn't like to lose. I mean, except for like, the loss of, I guess, his like television career and whatnot. And yeah, I don't think he minded losing the presidential run as long as his book sales were up and whatnot.
Likes to lose former wives.
Indeed. But here he is going on Hannity, last-ditch effort. What can he say? What can he say to get Donald Trump to change his mind? Here is Newt Gingrich.
This tragedy, this evil attack tonight mean for that conflict and debate?
Well, first of all, Sean, as you know, I was in Paris just last weekend talking with people who are deeply involved in trying to deal with the Iranian government and other sources of terrorism. And let me also say, Daniel Silva has a remarkable new novel called Black Widow, and the entire opening section is on the systematic Islamic attack on Jews in France, which is the worst it's been since the Nazis. So let me start with where I'm coming from, and let me be as blunt and as direct as I can be.
Pause it for 1 second. Let me just remind folks, because apparently on Fox you can go on and say whatever you want. Iran and groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda are actually enemies. Iran and groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS are actually enemies. So the speculation of the attack in Nice being from ISIS, even if that's not necessarily borne out, has even less to do with that, with Iran than, well, I mean, if it's obviously not, some type of function of ISIS, has even, I don't know, maybe it has more to do with Iran. Either way, has nothing to do with Iran, but he knows I got to say Iran in this because I'm on Fox.
Western civilization is in a war. We should, frankly, test every person from here who is of a Muslim background, and if they believe in Sharia, they should be deported. Sharia is incompatible with Western civilization. Modern Muslims who have given up Sharia, glad to have them as citizens, perfectly happy to have them next door. But we need to be fairly relentless about defining who our enemies are. Anybody who goes on a website favoring ISIS or Al-Qaeda or other terrorist groups, that should be a felony, and they should go to jail. Any organization which hosts such a website should be engaged in a felony. It should be closed down immediately. Our forces should be used to systematically destroy every internet-based source. And frankly, if we can't destroy them through the internet, we should destroy them with kinetic power, using various weapons, starting with predators, and just frankly, just killing them. I am sick and tired of being told that the wealthiest, most powerful civilization in history, all of Western civilization, is helpless in the face of a group of medieval barbarians who, for example, recently burned 20 young women to death, burned them to death, because they wouldn't have sex with them. A group which beheaded recently in the Philippines 2 Canadian businessmen. And we're told to be reasonable, to be passive, to not judge. Well, I just want to tell you tonight, everybody who watches this video, this is the fault of Western elites who lack the guts to do what is right, to do what is necessary, and to tell us the truth. And that starts with Barack Obama.
I got to say, this is probably one of the most craven things I've seen Newt Gingrich engage in a long time. And the level of desperation for Newt to get on that ticket with Donald Trump, so palpable there. Calling for felonies for going to a website, saying that we should get every Muslim in the country to come in and take a test as to whether or not they believe in Sharia law. Even though I don't know what that means. I mean, can we also do this with kashrut or halakhic law? It's really pretty stunning. It's really pretty stunning. But sorry, Newt, you lose. But maybe, I guess next stop, head back to Fox.
The logo wasn't good enough.
The logo wasn't good enough. We couldn't put a T through the G. We would have to move the G this way. We couldn't put it through there. We couldn't ram it through the G. Trump Gingrich, it didn't like it. Too many syllables. Unbelievable. Just what a horrible. Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.